I'm Coach Miller, and welcome to All Marine Fighter, our aftermath edition of the Inoue versus Tapales fight. Wow, what a great fight. We're going to talk about ramifications of this fight and really take a look at the next steps for Inoue, because boy, did he put on a show. Let's get right into this. First, I gotta say I was really excited for this fight, given that Inoue is coming from being undisputed in a lower division, stepping up, taking on I believe it was Fulton, taking two of his belts away, and then right away getting a match with the other guy who had Tapales, who had the other two belts. I mean, all of this happened really fast. I mean, man, wouldn't that be great to see this kind of thing happen in other weight divisions? So, I don't know if it was just the magic of the promoters or whatever else, but boy, if we think about the timeline for this happening, it's extremely good. Okay, so I can't say that one enough. Now, I've seen Inoue fight many times, but I have not seen Tapales minus his last fight. So I was kind of curious to see how he was going to react to Inoue, because a lot of people kind of are afraid of standing in front of Inoue because obviously the dude hits hard. But Tapales, man, he stood right in front of him. Hands up though. But I got to tell you, because not only that, but Inoue stood in front of him and had his hands up for once, which if you, my other previous video about his last fight, about having his hands down, it's like, man, you go up against another punch, you better have your hands up. Well, he did that with Tapales. Tapales obviously hits hard because you can see that Inoue respected Tapales' punch, and Tapales actually respected Inoue's punch. So they're sitting in front of each other, and you saw top class boxing between the two. It was outstanding. And not to mention, both these dudes hit hard. I remember saying during the fight, I'm like, oh man, I can't believe Tapales is actually sitting in front of Inoue like that. But they're trading shots back and forth. Now it is interesting that Inoue took some pretty good shots, but he's got a pretty tough chin. He's never really had his chin totally tested, because he is kind of a slick fighter, but he took some pretty good shots on this one, and he stood true, and you can see his face too. It wasn't all beat up and everything, but you could start to see though that Inoue's punches were taking a toll on Tapales, and that would rack up going on into round number 10. Round number 10, and you start to see those punches start to rack up over time. Inoue would get the knockdown or get a knockdown on Tapales, and then you can start to see kind of a change in the fight, but Tapales still hung in there. Then, of course, round number 10, straight right hand, boom, put Tapales down, and he stayed down. He didn't get up. And so that counted as a knockout win. And wow, you have Inoue, who is a two-weight class division undisputed fighter. Now, mind you, this is a super bantamweight, so, I mean, you got to know, the difference between weight classes down at that little weight is kind of small. So he's got a little bit to go as far as getting to 135 or even 140, because a lot of the other great fighters are at 135 or 140. So we'll see if he's actually willing to go up that high. He's not exactly a big guy frame-wise, too, because you can be like Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao had a particular kind of frame, smaller frame or whatever, but he was still kind of tall for being an Asian. So, he was actually able to grow into even up to 154 when he fought some other fighters there. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Inoue. Can he grow and take up weight classes? I mean, man, he has the potential to be even greater than Manny Pacquiao. I don't think Manny Pacquiao ever, became undisputed in any weight class. So, he has the potential to become even greater than Manny Pacquiao. So that's pretty awesome. So we're going to see what happens with his next steps. I'm sure that he's probably not going to sit in that weight division. He's already claimed all 4 belts. Okay, whatever. Move on up. Probably pick and choose who he's going to fight up the next weight class, or maybe he might jump 2. I mean, we'll see what happens. But I think it's going to be up to the promoters to see if they can really put the kind of deals that they did for this one together super quick. So the higher weight you go up, the harder it gets to do that, because you actually have really good fighters who have vested interests and that type of thing, and it gets to be kind of difficult. So I want to see what's going to happen with Inoue next. It's going to be awesome. If you like these videos, go and click that like button. Of course, if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Until next time, stay motivated.